Welcome back. Let's continue with the next question. The price of a laptop was 15,999 after the increase of 20%. Determine the original price. Remember, before the break, we dealt with the decrease. We said if there's a decrease, we subtract. Now there's an increase. When there's an increase, then we need to add. We don't subtract. Take note of that. So now we will say 100% plus 20%. Therefore, we will have 0 is missing here. It's 100 plus 20%, which is 120%. So now that we have 120%, we can now write 120% as a fraction. So as we express it as a fraction, we will have 120 divided by 100. So if you have 120 divided by 100, remember we are calculating the original price. So when we calculate the original price, we're simply going to swap the two values. The numerator becomes the denominator, and the denominator becomes the numerator because we are looking for the previous value. Then we are going to have 100 divided by 120. This is multiplied by the 15,999. And remember, now not to write your percentage signs here because this is 120%. So if it is a percentage and you express it as a fraction, we eliminate the percentage sign. So one common error that you are commonly doing is to put the percentage sign here as well. So remember not to write that percentage sign. We are having 100 divided by 120. You are pressing the calculator with me. Then the answer we are getting is 0.833 recurring. We multiply the amount by 15,999. So when we multiply it by 15,999, the answer that we are getting is 13,332.5. But take note that this is South African currency. So because it's South African currency, we need two values after a comma. So if your answer is 0.5, then to have two decimal places, it means the second decimal value will then be a 0. We will add a 0. And the answer will be 13,332.50. Just to recap, I said when there's an increase, when the question shows that there's an increase, then it means we add. And then if the question shows that there was a decrease, then we subtract. So what is it that we're adding and subtracting? We always add and subtract the percentage given from 100. It's either you add it to 100 or you subtract it from the 100. So that is the principle. So it is very important for you to read the question and understand it as well before you can do your calculation, because you can see the impact of increase and decrease as we calculate the original value. So make sure that you read your context clearly and you identify as to whether are you going to add or are you going to decrease, to subtract. Increase, we add; decrease, we subtract. So now I just want to quickly go through what we did in this lesson, all the concept. The first concept was to express part of a whole as a percentage. Remember, expressing part of a whole as a percentage, we divide the value given by the total. And then after that, you multiply it by 100%. And remember, not to press the percentage sign. Secondly, to determine the percentage increase or the percentage decrease, we say if it is an increase, the answer will be positive. If it is a decrease, the answer will be negative. And what is key is that with the percentage increase and percentage decrease, a formula will be given to you. You don't have to worry. But what is key, we always take the new value, we subtract the previous value, and then we divide by the previous, and then we multiply by 100%. And most importantly, once more, as you do your calculations so that you don't mess up, always subtract values in the numerator first, and after finding your answer, divide by the previous value, multiply by 100 once more, percentage sign, stay away from pressing that percentage sign. And the last concept that we did was to determine the original value. When we determine the original value, we say once the question is increase, it shows that there was an increase. Remember, the basic principle is to say 100 plus the percentage which is given. And then if we say it's a decrease, we are going to say 100% minus the percentage which is given. And after that, you are going to express that as a fraction. After expressing as the fraction, you flip the values, you multiply by the given amount. So now let us recap on the new words and the language that we used. We said a percentage is a number represented as part of 100. And secondly, we said percentage increase, the amount and percentage has gone up by over a period. And then the percentage decrease, the amount a value has gone down by, whereby the value will be negative here and the value will be positive here. And then also, let us have a look at the common error. When you press your calculator, basically when there's a need for you to calculate the amount, usually you forget to press the percentage on your calculator. Hence, we say always express it as a fraction. Secondly, pressing the percentage sign when you calculate the percentage increase or decrease, your answer is no longer a percentage. Always stay away from pressing the percentage as it is your unit. And then substituting the wrong value on the percentage change formula. What is key? Identify the previous and the new so that you can relate which one is new, which one is previous. Here's the challenge question for today. A car was valued at 175,000 when it was purchased. After 3 years, it was sold for 82,000 rand. What percentage of its original value did the car lose? I hope you can't wait to do this with your friends, share with your friends so that you can show them that you understood what we have learned. And I want to say, invite your friends to join the next lesson because I believe that this will impact positively to your performance. Have a lovely day.